Alright guys, welcome back to Schmattz Outdoors. We're chugging along through the line today. I didn't give you a little intro at home today. I kind of forgot and I was already on the road. We're just gonna, as long as I'm here, oh, a couple deer, 3 deer running through the woods right out here. What I have right here, I got a dog proof standing right here, but it looks like there's a trail. It cuts right here. It goes right there. You can see it real plain as day, and it cuts over into the trees over there. There's corn over here behind these trees still. And I thought maybe the raccoons would be sneaking through here, but they haven't messed with this one. But yeah, I just want to welcome you back. As you can see, I'm wearing waders today. These are some new waders I bought. Oh, man. They're fly fishing waders. And they have separate boots on them, so the waders just have booties on them. I'm hoping these last a little better than the ones I've used in the past, just using like duck hunting waders. I go through, like last year, I tore holes in 3 different pairs of waders in the boots. So I'm hoping the boots of these last me a little bit longer and can handle the type of walking around and stuff I do. But yeah, waders mean that it's water trapping season. So I haven't really showed you guys much. Maybe at the next spot, actually, I'll be, I think, out of the wind. The wind is switching. It was from the south, now it's from the north. And we're supposed to get a cold front move through tonight. So it's supposed to get close to like 60 today, which I'm already sweating. But yeah, and then I think like actually probably now is close to the high, and then it's supposed to cool down all day. So I don't know if that's going to help water trapping any, but it should help land trapping stuff, I think. So, but yeah, so I've checked almost all. I'm down to 7 raccoon sets is all I haven't checked yet. And then I've checked about a third of the coyote sets I got out yesterday. I got 18 of them out yesterday, and I haven't had anything yet this morning. I do have my first catch here. We'll show you. But yeah, I just want to thank you guys for watching. Yeah, water trapping, I think I'm in the mid 40s already for muskrat sets out. I can't get around on the fields and stuff to get coyote sets and that type of stuff out, so I'm going after muskrats. Some of the Sioux, even if I had 2 sets in them last year, I'm putting 4 sets in there this year. I don't think I'm gonna have nearly as long to trap. It sounds like this cold front's supposed to get like lows around 20 degrees for a few days there, so I have a feeling it's going to start freezing up some of these smaller Sioux for sure. It's been fairly warm, so I think the water temperature's still up a little bit, but yeah, so we're gonna, like I said, I'm planning on maybe like 4 days of water trapping. If I get any more than that, it's a bonus. So like I said, I'm hitting them hard. I'd love to see 35 muskrats tomorrow morning. Instead of waiting 2 or 3 days like I did last year. I kind of eased into the season last year. Not this year. Like I said, I'm gonna hammer in. I'm hoping to get, if I got 45-ish, almost 50 in already, I'll probably get close to 100 sets in by the end of the day, I'm hoping. So, like I said, we're gonna go after them hard, see what happens. But all right, we'll quick walk you over here. I'll show you what I got. It's definitely not what I want to catch. First catch of the day, so I'm not skunked. We had this conversation last year. I don't know if this really counts as not being skunked, but so I got my double 220 box here again, and bam, we got ourselves a skunk. And I noticed when I first seen him, look how something dug a hole next to my box. I'm pretty sure that skunk didn't do it, because he's caught right behind the head and then mid-body in that 220. So I'm pretty sure that skunk right there did not do that. But something at some point, last night dug a hole right there. So, all right, like I said, we'll get some gloves on. I'm just going to throw this guy in a grocery bag for right now. I don't really want him in my truck, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do with him yet. I may just leave him set here on the step till tomorrow when I got a little more room in my truck. because I got all my muskrat trapping gear kind of right at the back of my truck. We'll see. But yeah, first catch of the day. Like I said, maybe at the next spot I'll kind of show you how I'm rigging up all my muskrat sets. So I've been kind of doing is I kind of go by the slough, figure out, okay, I think I can put, you know, I've been putting 2 sets at each spot. 1 foothold with bait above it, and 1 conibear with a carrot on the trigger of it, a 110, at each spot. So literally they're within 5 feet of each other every spot. So basically, like on each side of the road, there's 2 on each side, go down a ways, 2 on each side, down a ways. So what I've been doing is I figured out, okay, I want 3 different spots, 2 on each side, that's 12 sets. So I've been literally just stopping at the first spot, make all 12 of them so my poles are all set up. Drive, all I gotta do is just hop out of my truck, go on each side of the road, get them stabbed in. I've been baiting the things, pre-baiting them, so as soon as I get out, they're baited already. But yeah, like I said, we'll get this guy taken care of. Like I said, at one of the next spots here, we'll turn you guys back on and show you kind of how I'm rigging up my my poles for muskrats. It's pretty simple setup. I'm doing a little bit different. I'm trying some new brackets this year, so we'll see how that goes. But all right, onward and upward. All right, guys, so I'm trying to hide you from the wind. I apologize. It is just howling like probably 20, 25 miles an hour, probably gusting to 30. It's dropped like 5 degrees since I last turned you on. I forgot to show you my muskrat pole sets, but with the wind, I probably wouldn't have been able to tell you much anyway. I do have a catch in the coyote set here. We're gonna quick show you. Hopefully you guys can hear me, but I could see this great big pile of dirt from the road, and sure enough, oh Jesus, right here we got ourselves a big badger, and he is not happy. So we're going to get him dispatched. I'm actually probably going to move down just right over here someplace, or maybe even right over here. We're going to put in a clean set, even though I don't want to do it today. And then we're gonna try and get some of this level off. We'll try and remake my set because he didn't dig under my stake the way it looks. He just dug around and around. So I had to drive over this because I put my stake out here in the field so I could see it. If I put it, like, see all these little weeds standing behind my set there? If I put it out there, my pole, I never can see where it's at. So I can't tell exactly where my set is. Now with this, I'll be able to see my set really easily, and you won't be able to see if there's any catches in it. But first catch in the coyote set this year, and it had to be one of these. Yeah, we'll get him out of here. Like I said, we're gonna make 2 sets here, and or we'll get this one remade. I'm gonna make a clean set here. I don't really want to do it today because I don't want to take the time, but we're gonna do it because I only have a few coyote sets out, so I want to make sure I've got chances to catch the coyotes if they go by my sets. So, and like I said, I don't catch coyotes in remakes of badger sets. I've never done it. It could surprise me. Hopefully it does. But yeah, we're gonna put a clean set in, like probably 15 feet one way or the other, just so they can't get tangled up. And again, I apologize for the wind. If I do get a chance and I get in a yard or something like that, I'll make some of my muskrat poles and show you. Otherwise, I might wait and I'll do it at home when I get home. But all right, guys, so I'm just a little ways down the road. Ugh, I'm getting tired, I'm not gonna lie. So where I had that badger, the ground is just wet enough and hard enough, like it's packed. I can't really like kick it back in with my foot, so I basically just buried the badger trap just so like if a coyote would come by, the trap ain't just dangling there. But I remade a new set. So I got the badger out of it. I just didn't remake that set. I'll throw in a little shovel tomorrow, and then I'd probably spend a half an hour today kicking mud, or I could spend 10 minutes tomorrow with a shovel filling the hole in. So we're gonna do the 10-minute deal and be a lot less work. It is just raw out there right now. And I'm filming in the truck, so I moved on. I've checked, well, since the badger, I checked 4 coyote sets. I added 2 more muskrat sets, and then, so I'm in the, I think, let's see, I think I'm in the low 60s now for muskrat sets out today. So I put, yesterday, I'm kind of by this little feed lot. These guys got this barn. I had the quad here last year, and then I ended up catching 8 here total throughout the season, 8 coyotes. So I ended up putting no snares this year. I don't think I could even put them till like today or tomorrow, or I'm not even real sure. I don't have any snares with me or out right now. If it snows a little bit, so I can see exactly where they're going, I'll try and hang a few snares. That's why I hung them last year, is because we had snow and kind of shut me down for the first week of the season. So I actually scouted some of these places, and I knew where they were running, where the tracks were in the snow. But yeah, so I put a quad here. I'm not going to walk by everyone. I'll point out what I got. I'll walk by a couple of them here so you guys can see close up. I apologize for the wind in advance. Like I said, I think it's dropped like close to 10 degrees now in the last maybe hour and a half. It is just raw out there. And now I got some more work. It's going to take me a little bit to get these all remade because they're all coyote sets, and get everything dispatched and all that. So we'll get out and kind of show you what we got going on. At least one of them's fur that I want. I don't know. We'll show you. All right, like I said, I'm not going to walk all the way over there because it's kind of muddy, and I don't want to walk over there until I got my bag of gear with me. So what I have is I put a coyote set right by this big tree right on the bottom edge. That's where I had it last year. But over here, right here, there's a skunk in my coyote set. It looked like the coyotes were walking right along the edge and then like going that way. And so I put a coyote set right here on the corner, and I got a skunk in there. Doesn't look like a real big one, but I got a skunk in there. So I said it's gonna take me just a minute to get him dispatched. Gonna have to be real careful with the wind the way it is. And then over here I got 2 coyote sets, and over here I had the 1 in a foothold. The day I had 4, I had 1 in a foothold and 2 in snares over here. I didn't really get my coyote set where I wanted it, or I put 2 over here. You could see like right here, these are coyote tracks, but they go this way and they're actually running over here, kind of over by these hay bales. But this ground in here all the way up to these trees is rock hard. So I couldn't just push my stake driver in. I could only get my stake driver in like 6 inches, and then I couldn't push it anymore. So I'd have had a heck of a time pounding a stake. So I ended up going down this tree line here and putting in 2 sets. We're not going to get real close to this first one. Those look like they're fresh from last night. I'm not going to lie. But unfortunately, that guy is huge. Right here, there is a giant skunk in the first set. And he's big skunk. He's big. Like I said, we're going to walk clear of him. But yeah, this whole field out here is just covered in coyote tracks. I don't want to get too much downwind of that skunk. Well, then right over here we got my second coyote set. This one here was a flat set, and I just had it blended in with kind of some of these weeds, but I got an absolutely giant raccoon in there. So I'm happy about that, glad to have him, but we're going to try and get all 3 of these dispatched. I'll get this one and this skunk dispatched, and then I'll go try and take care of that other one. It's going to take me a minute to get all these remade. The animals don't really affect the remake at all, other than just getting them dispatched and getting them out of there, but not the triple I was hoping for here with as much sign as I see in here. I mean, like I said, it's just covered up with coyote tracks in here again. As much sign as I seen yesterday, I expected a triple on coyotes, not a triple on 2 skunks and a raccoon. So, all right, we're gonna let you guys go. We're gonna get all these remade and move on. All right, guys, so I am all done checking all my sets. I got somewhere close to 100 muskrat sets out today. I'll come up with a tally. I'll probably let you guys know tomorrow. We'll have to go through. I kind of know each spot. I give each spot kind of a name, and I'll go through and kind of, you know, write down, okay, I put 15 sets here, 5 sets here, whatever, and then I'll add up the total. But what I got is just this slough cut by the road. I had sets in here last year, and I set these, the very first ones, at about 9:15 this morning. And I thought, well, I gotta drive by here. I'm on my way home. I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna check. Last year I did a few double checks of these same sets right at the end, because I was just curious what would happen. And I've checked all 8 of them. 7 of the 8 are still set, but this one, I could see my trap is missing. And I don't know, you probably ain't gonna be able to see him, but he is floating right there. Nice big muskrat. First muskrat of the year. It's got to be about, I would say, 8 hours into the season, and I got one caught already. And actually, just on the other end of this slough, there was one swimming like 10 foot out from my set. So that doesn't mean I'm going to catch him, but he was right there. And I've actually seen a few in the last half an hour here start to move. So I kind of think this cold front moving through might actually get him out and moving around. But all right, we're going to get this guy out of here, and we're going to get home. And we'll do an end of the day, we'll close out there. All right, guys, so I made it home. It's like 5:30 right now, so pretty long day. Yeah, I just turned you on. I just showed you the last catch there. Yeah, we're kind of show you what I got, like I said, and then we'll get to skinning this stuff. I ended up with 3 skunks. I left that first one there. He did smell a little bit, so I ended up just bagging him, and I left him there. I'll pick him up tomorrow because I'll have, well, like this tote here, you can see is almost empty. And then that tote over there is basically, there's only a couple traps left in there. So if anything, these two will be combined together, so it'll give me that much more room tomorrow. And I might do a little more organizing in here, just to get me just a touch more room. You know, if I started catching coyotes or something, I would have had a load full today. All the, well, we'll keep going through this. So 2 skunks here. And I left one there, so I ended up with 3 skunks. I got this really big, he's not like the fattest raccoon in the world, but he is super long. He's a big male, and I had him caught by a front foot in MB550, but I noticed his back leg is broke on this side. So I don't know if a coyote was messing with him in the trap or what really happened there. But yeah, this leg here is broke. This one here is fine. So I don't know what happened with that, or he got himself tangled up in the trap or something, but he was caught by a front foot. So I really don't know how that works. This is the last catch. He's still a little wet. We'll get him fluffed up and dried off a little bit. But I got myself actually a really big muskrat. I mean, he's probably a 2XL muskrat, maybe an XL. I don't know. It's hard to tell. It's early in the season. He's big, though. He's a good sized muskrat. The worst part is this muskrat here, you know, depending on how the season goes, this muskrat here may be worth more than this raccoon. I mean, as sad as that is to say, this could be, you know, a $4.50, $5 muskrat, or even more, depending on the buyer. You know, and that might be all I get out of that big old raccoon. And then we got this ugly bugger. He's kind of balled up. I couldn't get him flattened out because I had wedged him way up there in the front. So I had my room back here to work. But, you know, he's fairly fluffy. But, God, first catch in the coyote set right there, a stupid badger. So, you know, and it's, I don't know, it's hard to tell, but it's a decent sized badger, probably medium sized. Not the biggest one I've ever caught, but not the smallest one. He's full of mud like every other badger always is. You can tell, like, he's got some pretty decent fluff to him. So, yeah, I don't know. last year I went like half the season before I finally caught one, and this year first check. So, and then over here I got a roadie. I picked up a roadkill by one of the Sioux where I putting some muskrat sets. He was not there last night because me and Dad drove by there last night, and he was not laying on the road. So somebody got him after we come by there. So again, may not only be worth a few dollars, but I'm already driving right by there. And you know, like I said, he wasn't there yesterday, so I knew he was fresh. It's cool today, so, and it's been cloudy for basically since noon or so. It cooled off quite a bit. Like the wind switched direction and started blowing out of the north. From it was south this morning and sunny. It switched out of the north, the clouds come, and it cooled off like almost 10 degrees for a little bit there, and then now it warmed back up a little bit after that first initial cool down. But I think it's going to get fairly chilly tonight with the wind blowing out of the northwest, so we'll see if that gets the animals up and moving. I had pretty high hopes because a lot of my coyote sets were on some of my better spots, and there was lots of sign, footprints in the mud and that type of stuff, fresh footprints in the mud since it rained a couple days ago. So, all right, that's about all I got. I just want to thank you guys for watching Schmattz Outdoors. Hit that subscribe button if you like my videos. Like I said, this is just getting going on this season. There'll be a whole series of catch videos coming. Yeah, hit the thumbs up if you like this video. I do have one more quick thing before I sign off. So out of all my traps, I ended up with these three right here. That these 2 to 1.5 just seem like they want to just go off on their own. And actually so does this one here. So I decided instead of tweaking them on the line and messing around, I had plenty of extra ones. So I just set them aside, and I probably won't even mess with them this season because I have quite a few more traps in my shed. So, but yeah, those 3 I had trouble. I got roughly 100 muskrat sets out today. So I feel like that's a pretty good day, and we should have some catches for you tomorrow. I mean, I don't want to toot my own horn, but there will be catches tomorrow. I mean, like I said, I had this one muskrat. I set it, like I said, like 8:15. I guess it's 5:30, so, or I set it 9:15. So 8.5 hours roughly. And I had one caught already. And I feel like that one would have been good after the wind switched. So, and that was at like noon, so it could be only like 5 hours old. But all right, we'll see you guys out on the line tomorrow. Tight chains.